We are now joined by Stuart Heath from the Beaufort History Museum. Welcome to the program.
Thank you.
Hey, it's a pleasure to have you here. So I'm hoping you'll tell us about the Beaufort Museum Pass and its purpose.
Well, the Museum Pass started as a collaboration between the Beaufort History Museum, St. Helena History Center, and the Historic Beaufort Foundation. And we realized that the tourists were coming sometimes just to one of the three museums. And these three museums are in walking distance of downtown Beaufort. They are within 10 minutes of each other, and to get from one museum to the other, you pass by historic homes, other interesting points. And so it's a shame that the museum visitor was only going to one museum instead of to all three. And that's when we thought that the concept of three museums in a visit would be wonderful.
Stuart, tell us how the Museum Pass program is going to work.
When a visitor goes to the first museum, they will be charged the full admission price, and if they pay that full admission price, they'll be given a sticker. Then this sticker will enable them to get $1 off of the other two museums. And this way, the visitor is encouraged to go to all three, and it will broaden their experience instead of just going to one part of history in Beaufort.
Well, speak directly to your audience. If you were a visitor to Beaufort, why would you want one?
Well, let me tell you a little bit about each museum, and that may answer that question.
Okay.
The Santa Helena History Center is very, very interesting. It's brand new. It's on the corner of Bladen and Bay, and it deals with the European exploration in this area. And many people, in fact, most of us, were taught that Jamestown was the first permanent settlement in America. This is not the case. 40 years before Jamestown came, the Spaniards settled in Port Royal Sound, and their permanent settlement is on what is now Paris Island. So this museum is very exciting, and they have an exhibit hall that chronicles the exploration and the archaeological digs. And they also have special lectures that you can find the topics on their website. The John Mark Bedier House, which is circa 1804, is in downtown Beaufort, right on Bay Street, corner of Bay and Scott, and it's an arm of the Historic Beaufort Foundation. The foundation's mission is preservation and education, and so this house really encompasses both arms of that mission. The Bedier House is the only house in Beaufort that is of historic note that is open to the public. And so that's kind of special. And there is a docent-led tour upstairs, talks about the merchant planter who lived there and his way of life and what was happening during that time period. Downstairs there are several free exhibits, and there's also a diorama that shows what the stores and the street looked like in the 1800s on Bay Street.
Stuart, that's wonderful.
That's very, very interesting.
All right, Stuart Heath is a board member of the Beaufort History Museum. Thank you so much for joining me today.